Are we on? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras.
This is Swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
A fresh and cutie host for today. My name is Serial. I'm in the house. I'm in the hizzo with Lenny Lomote and Olele Salvador. The man Jay Foley has excused us for today, but he'll be back soon. But nonetheless, it's going to be a jamming packed show. We're going to bring you everything that we usually deliver on the big conversation. And just like they were jamming there, Mr. Drew and can promise it is going to be a promising vibe. Olele Salvador.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Morning.
Yeah. Good morning, our various listeners and viewers. Today, our elder brother is not in the house, so we can behave small. We can behave small.
Me, I'll pay bills. So
Yes.
when you are done introducing yourself, I'll pay my bills. Okay, the bills plenty.
The bills plenty, but Cyril, before you pay the bills, we just want to remind our viewers and listeners that today we are discussing 1 week. We have 1 week. Today is 1 week since the Occupy Jilobi House demonstration started, and it was a 3-day protest. And for those of you who don't know or haven't heard what happened,
Living under a rock.
yes, we have put together, or we've been able to find at least 2 videos that would help us recount the 3-day experience. So if it's ready, let's check it out.
Let's go to that and come back to my bills. Let's go to the videos.
But we are one people.
But you cannot even afford basic health care. You cannot afford it. If something happens to you today, you will get nothing from the government. We are lazy. We are lazy. A 24-year-old boy died this morning. His father is a teacher. His father is a teacher.
Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever.
Hundreds of demonstrators gathered in the Ghanaian capital Accra on Saturday for a third day of anti-government protests linked to economic hardship. Dozens have been arrested for defying a police order not to assemble. Daniel Dadley.
So these are the scenes on the streets leading up to the seat of Ghana's government in the capital, Accra, for 3 days to protest.
Hospital, knowing that people go there to receive medical attention, that saves lives. And for years, you have not been understand the reason not anyone did the job and leave.
In the heart of every citizen burns the flame of freedom. And that is a nice post. And if you're a patriot, or if you have a Ghana card, a Ghana passport anywhere there, you'll know definitely that there's some love, there's some freedom, there's some passion in us. And, you know, on the heels of these protests were also the floods, where common rain, just rain that followed. Wasn't a storm, wasn't a hurricane, wasn't a tsunami. It was just in Seattle, in Sionatoy, everywhere Jay gone. And we've been doing this since God knows how long. So it's not more or less, from my perspective, an attack or a protest against a political party. It's a protest against bad governance and the repeated failure of systems that the citizens trust. When people go to the hospital and they can't afford certain things, or there's lack of facilities, there's no bed, there are no machines to treat people, it's not about which political party you belong to at that point. It's about saving your life. It's about a Ghanaian identity and a citizenship that should be able to get you education, that should be able to get you health care, that should be able to get you good transport, good jobs, fair taxes. These are the conversations that the Occupy Julobi protest sparked, and the conversations, contrary to popular beliefs, have sustained. Usually, you see a protest 2-3 days later, Abna Koko will post something and everybody forgets. Well, this time she posted something, but still,
morale.
Still, the morale was high.
Happen?
What?
Why does that happen?
Why does that happen? Because it's engineered.
Don't tend to
show it to a conspiracy show.
Yeah, like all the
it's
time.
It's never coincidental, my brother.
Like
it looks coincidental.
It makes me feel what people say, like the conspiracy theory people purport.
Yeah. I told you something
true,
the other day.
Because constantly,
the biggest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he doesn't exist. They do it, so it is so unbelievable that you'd say, no, they can't believe they did. There has to be coincidence. But every time, almost, that something serious is happening on a social level,
I'm not going to on a different tangent.
I'm not going to come and say, hey, everybody to the left. But this time, they didn't go to the left. Listen, let me pay my bills. Guinness says Cravaganza. Come join us at the Guinness Ghana Cravaganza at Untamed Empire, Spintex Road, Saturday, 30th September 2023, 12 p.m. for an excellent fusion of good music, enthralling art, exciting sports, and great food. This promises to be a multi-sensory, stimulating experience with a myriad of world-class music, dance, arts, and sports lined up. Follow the conversation on all social media platforms at Guinness Ghana, Guinness GH, or www.cravaganza.com, and win yourself a ticket to an exciting experience where black shines brightest. Cravaganza is powered by Guinness Ghana. Fiesta is still telling us, wrap it up. Are you an up-and-coming musician? Do you think you have the talent to create hit songs? If so, Fiesta Condoms is offering you the chance to win a fantastic prize of 10K cash in the Fiesta Wrap It Up Challenge. See what they did there? Wrap it up, wrap it up. Well, it's easy. Produce a 1-minute jingle for Fiesta Condoms. Make sure your jingle highlights 3 of the Fiesta variants. Ensure it's well-recorded clarity. They want proper mix, not it has to be boom, boom. Develop a captivating dance routine for a TikTok challenge. Submit both the jingle and your video of the challenge to wrap it up at fiestacondomsgh.com. Now let me get the email right for you. WRAPITUP. Wrap it up at fiestacondomsgh.com. The deadline, of course, is September 30th, 2023. Stay updated by following Fiesta on all their social media platforms. Terms and conditions apply. And of course, sound is life. Hearing, having that entertainment, having that quality audio in your space definitely makes the difference. Discover a world of innovation, a world of luxury, and a world many of us dream of owning. Discover the world of Bang & Olufsen, the particularly true brand that is an ever-revolving realm of high-end electronics that everybody wants to own. The showroom is in Accra, Ghana, Atlantic Towers, Liberation Road 1. Every day, month, year, there's a whole cascade of elements that you want to get your hands on. Home theater, speakers, headphones, television sets, sound bars, and more. Bang & Olufsen, like no one else. Now, how are you going to pay for the Bang & Olufsen? You need money, and they say money changes people. Charlie, people are winning big on 590 mobile just by dialing *959#. Selecting the game of the day, be it Monday special all the way to Sunday. I said every day there's a game for you. So it'd be like boys don't know the rundown, but I'm telling you now, since you play by Momo, your winnings are paid by Momo. It all stays in the palm of your hand. Tell you something, the girlfriend that you like, the girl you chase, if you go and lose talk about this money, you go buy bone straight. If you go and tell mommy about this money, you go build church roof. So my brother, the game you played on your Momo, let the money stay on your Momo, and that is *959 coming to you money. Always remember to stake responsibly. This is not for people below the age of 18. 590 mobile at Downsem in the palm of your hand. Now, Olele Salvador, our conversation continues. How we've seen a week-long protest extend from. First off, let me clarify for the listeners and for all of us on social media. There's a difference between a protest, a riot, and then picketing. and marching.
Yep.
When people protest, they can choose whatever tool, platform, method they want to protest. There are silence protests, there are self-starvation protests, there's self-flagellation protests, there's all sorts of things. People can say, we are all not going to eat for a month. It's a protest.
Yep.
So, Choboy with pickets. That is picketing. The part of the protest that we saw 2 days with the 3 days, beg your pardon, with the first day having some police interaction and some unfortunate events was picketing. We had 3 days of picketing as part of the initiation of the protest, Occupy Julabi House. Now, after the picketing and the marching had ended, of course, the protests were expected to stop. We expected for things to dwindle down, but so many tangents have sprung up. We have people now doing Know Your Failed Government. What was it? Know Your Failed Government.
Know Your Failed Ministers.
Know Your Failed Government officials. Failed leaders. We have a different tangent doing Know Your Failed Leaders. We have accounts like Receipts Guys pulling up old tweets and juxtaposing against people's new behavior. We have the Occupy Julabi still going strong. We have 2 Twitter spaces going strong. We've seen our sister stations, Metro, TV3, Joy. Everybody still sustained the conversation for a week. Our Ghanaians, holistically, all round, tired. This is no longer just a fringe. This is no longer just one of those trivial things. A few people went to march and Atunsium.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is staying afloat. Mainstream media has elevated it. Social media is amplifying it. And we're going to be discussing it today on Big Convo on 3 Music TV and live on Plus 89.9. Now, our team is working fervently on the phone lines. We're going to be opening that up at some point. So stay tuned and keep your ears to your speakers because we're going to be opening the lines. And you can call in and talk to Fresh and Cutie, Mr. Deep Throat, or Fresh and Cutie's nice girlfriend, Lenny Lobote. Tell her, don't frown. Don't frown. Smile. People are watching you on TV. So anyway,
the phone lines 020 40,080
020 40,080 020 40 00080.
Yes.
I'm going again. 020 40 00080. So after the 4, the zeros are 4.
See, this is
how Cyril is breaking it down.
When I tell you my number, just say it as it is.
So why do people do that? Don't
confuse me with my own number. You get me? So when I tell you my number,
I beg you, 020
40,000 80.
If you have 400,000, you talk to whoever pick it. Praise the Lord. Charlie,
yeah.
So let's get into it.
So yeah, of course. I mean, last week, Thursday by this time, we received reports that demonstrators have been picked up by the police and they had been bussed to the Accra.
Alleged unlawful protesters.
Yeah, alleged unlawful protesters. And we have a caller.
We have a caller already.
Official first caller.
First caller, I owe you lunch. First caller, lunch.
Yeah, whoever gets to the lines for the first
you do
time.
Too much.
Is it?
Really.
What?
First caller, lunch on me. You vanish.
Who vanish?
Charlie,
that one lunch I didn't buy you, so you want to tell the whole Accra. Kobe, can we get the first caller in the studio with me?
Let's go down.
Small relationship problem. You want to do it in HD.
Guys, you will budget.
No, we need counseling. At this point, we need counseling.
We need to cool down.
Anyway,
let me just give a breakdown for those who are yet to call us. And please, when you call, please be very civil. The person on the line. Okay.
Hello, caller. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, you can hear me loud and clear. My guest, can you hear me? Olele, Lenny, can you hear the caller?
Hello?
Yeah,
hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Your voice is a bit low.
It's a bit low. If they could increase the volume in our monitors, please.
I didn't pay on then of course on.
Okay, let's try again. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yes, talk. We can hear you. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Please, my name is Gad, and I'm calling from Wager, Woodbury. Yeah.
You're calling from Wager, Zoomlion.
Pardon?
You're calling from Wager.
Wager, yeah, Wager.
Okay.
Accra.
And the name again?
Gad.
Jan.
Gad.
Okay, Jan from Wager.
Yeah, Gad.
Go ahead. Welcome to Culture Daily's Big Convo. And you are a lucky first caller ever. So I'm definitely excited to hear what you have to say.
first of all, I would like to congratulate you guys. Like, you guys are doing amazing. And also, Olele has been a very, very, like, I don't know, this guy has shaken the social media space, like, since he started the deep protesting, like, I don't know, I just, like, want to congratulate you guys. Like, what I want to say is, like, now the youth have opened their eyes. We're woken up, and it's ready for us. That's the only thing I have to say.
The youth have woken up, they've opened their eyes, and they should be ready for you. Powerful statement coming there. And thank you on all the accolades for 3 Music TV's Big Convoy, and of course Olele Salvador doing magic on social media, Deep Throat stores. Our first caller from Weija says that his message to Ghanaians is that the youth have woken up and they should be ready for us.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's been very evident since the
he gave you props, so he gave you
I
props.
couldn't hear.
I had to turn my thingy on.
He says, shouts to you because you've been shaping the social media space. And
that's me.
That's just in some
Yeah, I'm his manager, so this, anyway,
but yeah, shout outs to our brother calling us from Weija. Keep the calls coming in. Of course, we would actually love to hear, from the voices of the youth. I think that is what we appeal to, or those are the people we appeal to. So it would be nice to hear some of the interesting challenges they have been facing as part of the review of the Occupy Jolobi House demonstration. But like I was saying earlier, last week Thursday, some allegedly unlawful protesters were picked up at the convention point, and they were sent to the Accra Regional Police Headquarters. It was there we got to know that some of them were spread across various police stations within the Accra metropolis, and then of course they were detained for hours, but for the timely intervention of some of these young lawyers who pulled up to fight for their rights and make sure that they were out, we probably would have seen some of these demonstrators, spend the nights at the police station. I mean, moving forward, day 2 came alive, day 3 came alive, and we noticed the avalanche of Ghanaian youth, coming in to, just amplify their voices on their daily struggle. So you had people who were young business owners, complaining about wholesale prices, inflation, of course, and people who were importing cars. I think that was one of the most painful thing for me.
Shout out to Frank Doe.
Yeah. I mean, he talked about the differences between what it used to be like 2 or 3 years ago and how much you need to pay for. Bro, now if you want to buy a Honda, now you come back. If you want to buy like a Yaris or maybe a Honda Civic, or even the cars they use for Uber, the Volts.
Yeah,
if you want to buy Volts, you should be looking to spend somewhere around 70,000 to 80,000 cedis.
Vitz, that was like 28,
Do you get me? For Uber or for any of the ride-hailing services available, you are looking to spend about 75,000 to 80,000 cedis, and that one service home use. It's not brand new; it's home use. So that's how messed up the situation is, even for people who are looking to make ends meet outside their 9 to 5. You get, because remember when these ride-hailing services came along, they were like, do this one, add it to your business, add it to your 9 to 5, and you make some extra cash. Now it's looking more expensive to do a side gig than to do a 9 to 5. You get what I'm saying? And of course, 9 to 5 too may not be able to give you a salary to build mama a house, because you're going to be paying bills. Like last time I said it on another a platform, that look, my water does not flow consistently for a month, but every month I get a bill, and the bill I get is more than the water I pay for to have delivered to my poly tank.
Rather.
Yes.
Wow.
So you don't know when the water is coming and when the water is not coming, because the poly tank is, you get what I'm saying. And every month we are hearing stories of tariffs increasing and all that, and there are no like.
Look, I personally went off on I don't know if it was the Minister of Housing or I think I saw it the post where from one of our sister channels.
I said watch it.
Yeah, you're talking about he's going to engage stakeholders and the assemblies, and they will discuss. And I'm like, you don't need to go on TV and tell us this. If you want to engage the assemblies for not doing their job, Just call the assemblies to order.
What was that for? What's the goal?
No, I'll be everywhere flooded again, and they were coming at them. Mm-hmm. So there was quickly a press, as usual, soiree or press, whatever, that will engage stakeholders and we'll talk to the assemblies and we'll ensure that permits in. And then I'm like, these assemblies are under you. All these people who give these permits for people to build crooked houses facing each other and building waterways and build these obscure. Remember, there was a building trending on Twitter where somebody had raised some slim things. People giving permits.
Yeah, someone
it's under your ministry. Yeah. You don't need to come and tell us the citizens.
The negligence.
You don't need to tell us that you are now going to go and do the job. Call the assemblies to order that this area is flooding. The source is because you guys have blocked there. This is the ultimatum. Are they doing demolitions? Are they doing this? Action. I think people are tired of the talking now.
Yeah.
People have had enough of the rhetoric. People have had enough of the talking, and people are demanding action. Of course, we have another call in. If the back end is ready, let's patch that through and let's hear what our caller number 2 has to say.
Hello. Okay.
So we've dropped the caller number 2, but yeah. So now I also saw some indications of there were screenshots about shooting Oliver, the convener.
Yeah. We saw a WhatsApp conversation, a screenshot of a WhatsApp conversation. I think it was supposed to be a focus group for the ruling party, allegedly. And in that screenshot, we saw a text by obviously one of the aggravated, members of the party, saying that Oliver seems to be leading an uprising within the youth, and he needed to be dealt with.
To be eliminated.
He needed to be dealt with. Now, I'm so not sure about why a fellow Ghanaian or a fellow citizen of this country would constantly keep the political lens on and cannot, for some reason, identify
were you here when
a
we
fellow
interviewed
brother or sister.
Were you here when we interviewed One Love?
Come again?
Were you here when we interviewed One Love with the Kobolo?
Yeah, definitely.
Remember what he said?
It's all right now.
We are eating the alansa. The thing is rotting. But it's sweet. Then Oliver comes along with a big light bulb.
No, you see, but sadly, I think when I saw the screenshots, I was sad. Reason being that the person probably writing that it's not financially stable. The person writing that is probably facing serious financial and economic setbacks.
When he's hungry, he chops allegiance.
It's crazy.
No, you see, if you get to tea bread, 2 CDs, then you put allegiance on it.
No, we need to separate ourselves from all of that. One person I even want to applaud in all of this is Kwejo Sheldon. Kwejo Sheldon has put it out there. Everybody knows
that
his political affiliation.
Yeah. But push has come to shove. I saw him on the motorway.
Yet he's been able to, get on ground and do it regardless. And that is where we should get to as citizens.
Yes.
Because we have a president who has said to us that we should be citizens and not spectators. And so regardless of your political party, regardless of your political affiliation, things and times are hard, and that is the truth. Those are facts.
I keep telling
unless you are in some, upper chambers where you are not getting or you're not feeling the heat.
Of course, they're
but
not feeling the heat.
If you are in the upper chamber and the heat is in the kitchen, very soon the fire will rise and reach the upper chamber.
We have Ibrahim.
Please.
We have Ibrahim from Osu on the lines. It seems the lines are buzzing. 020-40,080. 3 Music TV jumping on the calls. Ibrahim from Osu. Good morning. My name is Cyril. How may I help you? Hello, Ibrahim.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. Fire away. We are here on Culture Daily.
Again?
We can hear you loud and clear. Hello, Ibrahim.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, Ibrahim. Good morning.
Ibrahim, I think you need to
lower your radio or your TV a bit. We can hear you loud and clear.
I'm hearing you from far, but...
Pardon?
Okay, I think we need to.
Okay. I think Ibrahim is having some
challenge. Yes, boss. Good morning.
Good morning, Ibrahim. How are you?
Thank you, bro. Yes, I'm Ibrahim from... I live at McCarthy, but I'm currently at my office at Osu, so...
Oh, okay. You live at McCarthy, but you're currently at Osu. Okay, so far away, Ibrahim. What's on your mind?
Yeah, just, okay. I think it's off.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay now.
I'm in my car actually. So. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay now. Fire away. What's on your mind?
Oh, it's okay. So I don't know. These are our leaders. I don't know. First of all, I'm very happy you guys. Discussing this. I monitor you almost all the time since you guys started.
Thank you.
It is so annoying and so disheartening. I think this upper class people, they are trying to kill middle class or what? I don't even understand. We live in a country where we pay taxes. Everybody pays taxes, direct and indirect taxes. I drove to Akosombo over the weekend, and when I was coming back, motorway, right in front of me, somebody burst a tire just because the person fell in a manhole more than a pothole. Everything seems to be going otherwise. It's like we are going downward instead of, progressing. When you speak, people align you to a political, they pick a political party for you. Now we don't have Ghanaians anymore. It's either NDC or NPP. Why should it be so? The youth, we need sensitization. And I'm happy, as I say, you guys brought it on another media. It's high time we educate the people to understand that the country belongs to all of us. These old folks cannot be messing our future up. Some of us are privileged. But if you look at other people, majority are those who doesn't have the opportunity. My brother, if I tell you a single day, the calls that comes to your phone, and from one person to the other, everybody needs something from you. Text messages, WhatsApp messages.
Yeah.
Ghanaian youth are not lazy. They want to work. There is no work. And you come back and come and insult us again. It is so sad. Why do people leave it? Are people leaving the country? Why if Ghanaian leaves the country, he becomes better. Recently, I went to Rwanda. Nairobi. Brother, Nairobi is Africa. And for a moment, I asked myself, is this an African country? Yes, it is. No water, no light, good roads, good healthcare, nothing. People are still dying of malaria in Ghana. Why? My brother, something should be done. We need to do something. And I'm happy that youth are awakening and everybody is joining. Devoid of politics, we need to speak as Ghanaians. And those in power should understand that the power belongs to the people. And one day, we will strike. And when we strike, they can't contain us. Look at what the police did. Let me give a typical example. I know I'm talking to my brother, but it hurts.
Talk.
I am very passionate about this country. I have the opportunity to travel out and back, but I still want to live here, do my business here. Business is collapsing. Go to the port and the taxes that they will give you. How on earth can a Corolla, 2016 Corolla, buy 140,000? How?
Yeah.
Because of duty.
Yeah.
Brian, thank you. Thank you so much for
I feel your passion.
Come together.
I feel your passion and your pain.
Let them understand that we know what we are about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sit back and then allow them, be there and come home, and then they keep messing us up. All of them, they are giving best unless those who doesn't have.
Yeah. We understand and share in your pain, and the motorway, I personally use it every morning. I've been using it consistently for the past year, and it is horrible, and we hope they do something quickly. And I like what you said about it. The power belongs to the people, and the uprising of the youth is being televised live, and that's Ibrahim. What do you have to do? What do you make of Ibrahim's submissions?
The motorway conversation there, it's like I said the last time. There's an order from above to make sure that a young man is picked up, for protesting peacefully or demonstrating peacefully, but we don't see that urgency in making sure that the motorway, which is like ideally or arguably one of the important highways that connects two towns or two cities, if you like. They say Tema is a country or Tema is a city, but
on its own,
you get me. And if you look at the businesses on the other side of the motorway, there are factories there. These are wholesale factories.
$1
factories on the other side, and you have Accra, where people need to go to and fro. Now, housing in Accra has become so expensive that people are now looking to rent in Pram, Dawenya. We have a staff member here who comes all the way from Pong. After Dawenya. and a young lady
and every day
who
is a
needs to be
near-death
coming to work
experience.
from that side, because it's not her fault that she's not living in Accra.
There's nothing wrong with living at home. If the road worked in 30 minutes, you'll be in Accra.
Bro, you're even talking about road. You're even talking about, what about railway system? What about the railway system?
Bro, should I
that
give
is
you the
supposed
post
to connect these two places?
Should I show you the post that said by 2020?
You have speed trains,
sky trains,
and we
forget about even the sky trains. I think even with the railway system, a couple of days ago, I was hearing someone say that it actually works, but we are the ones not using it.
We are the ones not using
That's
it.
what I heard.
So
let's talk to George.
I heard someone say, but
I mean,
unfortunate, right?
We have George from Kumasi on the line. We've gone inter-regional now, international. We are waiting for the international. So our third caller is from Kumasi. George on the lines. It's still 3 Music Culture Daily on Plus 89.9 FM as well. George, good morning. You are live. Hello, George. Are you on the line?
Yeah.
Charlie Harby, welcome to Culture Daily. Fire away.
Police on this street, and I'm making an arrest.
Pardon?
I said, police on this street.
Can you turn on your TV or your radio so we can hear you clearly?
You're lying on your song. You know, the youth in Ghana is now becoming to understand the term politics and the word voting. You know, people in Ghana we're just thinking that voting is just an exercise that you need to embark. But now we are knowing the voting is what has put us into this big suffering. Now, a cup of rice, you cannot use 10 Ghana to buy a cup of rice. So how can we survive as a youth? So it's time for us to rise up and change the narrative of this country. But for me, Kwadwo Sheldon is someone I'm very surprised and then also disappointed in him.
At the same time,
this is not a matter of you as an individual. It's a matter of we all as Ghana youth. So if you now have your numbers, don't come and defend this poor.
No, but it's not so in Kwadwo. Yeah, to refer to Kwadwo Sheldon. There was a time. George, let me help you out. There was a time where we all saw Kwadwo Sheldon. George.
You're just joking. No, people should go and follow him.
Oh no! We need Kwadwo Sheldon's following. That one there, I'm on your side, George. But that one there, we can't do that one. Let me tell you why we can't do it. Because if not for anything, Kwadwo Sheldon has shown honesty and some good character in declaring his support for Party A, and then when realizing that Party A is letting him down, also supporting the people who are suffering and trying to make amends. We need more people like him. We need more people who will be able to say, I voted this, but I've changed my mind, you know.
And he's not even saying he's changing his mind on which political party he supports. He's speaking up because he voted for them and he's holding them to a certain standard, which should be the case.
Which should be the order of the day.
People, yes, it's the people who voted, the people who are in power who should demand more from them, because you convinced me enough to go put my thumb to work. I did that for you. Right, and so it's only right that I demand more from you because I expect more from you. You convinced me you are going to give me more, and so I don't think he coming to say that this party is not doing right is he denouncing the party in any way. No, if they do better, why not? Next time, if he wants to vote for them, he'll vote for them. The fact that he's speaking up today against them doesn't mean tomorrow, if they do something right, he can also come in and commend them. You know,
it's interesting you say that, because that's exactly how most of the Ghanaian youth feel.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at some of the people that we interacted with at the demonstration, you notice that in the previous government, they wanted some type of change. You know, and they thought that this current government could give them that kind of change. The disappointment is not coming from the people in power. The disappointment is coming from the fact that you told us you could do so.
You failed on the promise.
Exactly.
People are not angry about Party A, Party B.
Exactly.
People are angry at the failed promise.
Failed promise.
Because when you promise,
which
expectations.
Are at this point too many.
Exactly.
You see, it's like when you meet the girl first, you go to a nice restaurant because they just only give me some 2,000.
You understand?
So I'll take Lenny to the nice place. We'll eat our mouth for rush.
Which she has never done.
But
before.
after 6, oh Jesus! After 6 months, when Olele has collected his 2,000, and we are mixing garlic.
Yeah, the guys who come here afford rice these days, and it's crazy. I mean,
it's crazy.
What is the minimum
the protest?
for?
When we went to cover the protest,
yeah,
and we stopped the egg and
pepper
woman. By the time we're done buying egg and pepper for the woman there, we paid the woman almost 100 Ghana.
Yeah, can you imagine?
And it was just 3 guys, and it's not like you think. It's not like we ate 5. It was just a group of people. Everybody was hungry. There wasn't any food, so it was like, everybody grab 1 egg, be put your mouth, energy and things.
No,
but by like joke, the woman mentioned some money, 90 something.
You need to give listeners
a
better context on that. That egg and pepper
used to be 50p.
Yeah, it's like you're ready to
30 pesos egg.
Egg and pepper was like you're ready to go meal, that you shouldn't really break your back.
Like your last
Usually,
even when you are buying it, this is the way of buying it. Mamba Kawai.
You're looking for your coin.
Egg and pepper should be able to hold it down. You need to count. That's how crazy it is.
Tempo even sell 2 for 5 cedis.
It's 3 cedis. Even the traffic one is 3 cedis.
Some people do 2 for 5 cedis. That's one at 2.50.
Look, and I like the fact that all our 3 callers have said one thing. They've spoken that they are tired of politics. They are now worrying about Ghana. And they've all acknowledged that the youth are waking up. The youth have taken a conscious backseat in Ghana's governance and politics for a very long time. Mm-hmm. There have been attempts to rise up and lead a youth unified front in communicating these issues that the country faces, but it's never been galvanized as much as it has been now. And big shout outs to the parties within the youth that are amplifying and elevating and creating these conversations and getting this momentum going on. What I personally need the government to understand is that it's not you versus the people. It's you for the people. So if the people are complaining that where things are now is not good, it's not right, I don't think it should be that the tactics of response should be antagonistic or should be vindictive,
which I find very unfortunate.
It's like, excuse my language, I hire you
do the job
to mow my lawn, and then
I talk
make the mower go down small, so Charlie JJ like my lawn that I'm paying you to mow. Mow it for me proper. You want to beat me?
That's because
you want to arrest me.
That's because some of these leaders fail to understand that leadership is actually actualized in service. It's not just sitting somewhere in power and showing your macho and no. Before you became a leader, in fact, without service, you have no right being a leader. In fact, you won't get opportunity to be a leader because who are you leading? Mm-hmm. Who are you leading? You are leading people that you have been, you have promised things
and
convinced that
painfully from north to south, tour buses and caravans and convoys.
We've seen politicians
campaign time.
Cyril is even saying the regular. They heard that was
graded. That's what I'm saying. They go and pound fufu, go to the shop, and today the hairdresser is telling you that she can't buy a relaxer.
Relaxer comb.
They can't buy these things.
They can't even
pay
bills to keep running their shops.
Well, as much as some of the youth and some of the popular people where the Choboy was being resounding, some people also caught a lot of heat. I don't know if we have Okyeame Kwame's
tweet
we do lined up, but my big bro, this one here, me too, I don't agree with you.
In fact,
I think I even said it on the TL. Me too, I don't agree with you. Big bro, this one here. Okyeame Kwame's statement.
Let's show the tweets.
Well, let's the tweet. My opinion is I don't trust partisan politics, which is fair. At 47 years, I know nobody is interested in fixing the motorway that destroys my shocks every month. So I will work hard to be able to afford the mechanic. Now,
but
before you see the way I know, you see wifey, see I know you were going to fire. Before we fire, I understand. Let's have the tweet up. I understand Okyeame Kwame. I understand him.
I do.
Because for 47 years, my math is not perfect this morning, but he's seen at least 6 political cycles, 6 government cycles, right? And if that is the case, that after all these cycles, NDC, MPP, and the motorway has not had a conscious plan for improvement, refurbishment, redevelopment, expansion, whatever, he has given up. That Ombeya and Komwaye. So that's step 1. That's the realization. Now that they've not done it, you are suffering because you are the one buying shocks and you are the one buying tires, which is fair. So he is saying that he's giving up on waiting for people to do their damn job, but he'll make sure that he does his bit. He does his bit. So by having to work hard, if it means working 10 jobs, if it means working 20 jobs, Ochame Kwame is saying he's ready to do it so that he can buy the best shocks and go to the best mechanic and know that he's ready to on the motorway and go and buy new shocks.
Which is fine.
That is Ochame Kwame's perspective.
Can I say what I wanted to say?
Let me land and you fire away. I'll talk again.
I won't talk. You know more.
Let me finish. You go talk. Time day. Sweetheart, time day. Sweetheart.
Oh, Charlie.
My sweetheart is heated up. Sweetheart, let me finish. I understand Ochame Kwame from that angle, right? Perfect. It's like I say every time. I'm like, the people you are shouting at on Twitter, they are in Land Cruisers. If you've never had the opportunity or the privilege to drive a Land Cruiser or sit in a Land Cruiser, then you will not get it. My people, at 120 kilometers, 150, 160, that's in a good Land Cruiser or an Nissan Patrol. It's not like how you are feeling it in your vehicle. It's not like how you are feeling it in your Uber or in your boat. And then your whole soul feels like it has left your body. So the perspective is different. So Ochame Kwame is saying that he's going to work and buy himself whatever he needs to insulate himself from the problem. Fair. I also know people who have left Accra, gone to live at Koforidua, Shire Hills, Somanya and things. Cost of living is low, simple life. My guy at Koforidua doesn't even use AC. So when you open in Louves, the whole house is chill. Cool. You understand? So people are finding ways to insulate themselves. So Ochame Kwame is totally right, and it's fair for him to do that. What he did wrong, in my opinion, is that he did not read the room. It was the wrong place and the wrong time to make such a statement, especially after he had been silent when the Occupy Julobi protesters were asking influential voices to help amplify their cause. So you didn't help amplify. When people got arrested, you didn't cry some. When people were in the rain shouting, you were not shouting some. Tweet for us, you didn't tweet for them. Then when everything has settled after day 3, you are now telling us that you want to insulate yourself. That's what people got mad at, big bro. They didn't get mad at the tweet, they got mad at the timing and the fact that you didn't read the room before that post went out. That's my submission of the tweet. Lenny, I beg if you don't let Lenny talk, they'll sack both of us.
Lenny, you Lenny fire.
We beg you, we are kneeling down. Hey,
what I
you roll your eyes like
to
that.
Say, talk to me, girl. Don't mad as well.
Very simple.
Talk to me.
Not everybody has the privilege
of driving.
Not even driving
in the Land Cruiser.
Of hard work that pays. I don't think anyone works harder than carpenters. Works harder than masons. Works harder than
nobody works harder than masons.
Than artisans. Nobody works harder than them.
Yeah.
Yet their monies are nothing to write home about. Absolutely nothing to write home about. And so I don't think hard work is where we draw the line. Because there are people in this country who have devoted their time, their energy, their youth to hard work. Yet they have grown and they still don't have anything to show for it because the hard work didn't pay. Fact is, it's not all the time that hard work pays. And so for him to say he will work hard, how about those who are working hard and cannot make the money? They are working hard yet can't even buy 3 square meals. 3 is even plenty. 2. Some people are working hard yet can't even fend for their families. You get what I'm saying? So hard work is not where we draw the line.
Hard work is relative to lifestyle.
It's honestly really, really frustrating. Like having to say that hard, because see, people work jobs in this country, yet they can't make it. If you have the privilege to work maybe 1 job or 2 jobs or 3 jobs. You are making what that hard worker is going to make in 10-20 years. You are making that in a month. Or that hard worker will probably not even see the amount of money you see even in a day. That person is not going to see it their entire lives, and that's facts.
So
it's not. It's really not about hard work. If we make things easier for everybody, things will work out. Even now, Gary, and beans. Common red. You can't buy red and not spend more than 10 cedis on it, and that's sad.
You mentioned Gary 6 times. Though.
Like
Gary.
Gary.
Listen, I want to say something on what Lenny is saying and continue from what she's saying. And if the team could give me a picture, and why I may disagree with you, Cyril, that he didn't read the room. I think he read the room, and I know for a fact that he said what he said because that's exactly how most of our leaders think or feel. He said it with his chest. Yes. No disrespect to our senior man, but I think it was was an unfortunate statement to make, especially when we are talking about the motorway. Now, the tweet says, "My opinion is I don't trust partisan politics," and that's fair. Everybody's entitled to that. He said, at 47 years, I know nobody is interested in fixing the motorway that destroys my shocks every month. So now the context here is the motorway. The interest in fixing the motorway is the right of every citizen who is paying taxes to the government to make sure that the motorway is fixed.
Whether they can afford
shocks or not.
Whether they work hard or not.
It's simple. So whether the interest is there or not, the citizen deserves good roads. Is the barest minimum, and especially for the motorway that we are talking about. And the motorway, the state of the motorway is not just destroying shocks, so it's killing people.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? So you will not even get the opportunity to go past the motorway, spoil your shocks, and get the mechanic because it will kill you. Do you get what I'm saying? We are not talking about the fact that the motorway is
only spoiling shocks.
No. People are dying on the motorway who cannot even get the opportunity to see their mechanic, or even their mechanics who are sitting in commercial transport. Like in this case, they are not sitting in a V8. The same mechanic they are going to, the mechanic is involved in an accident, and that mechanic may not even have the money to afford bills at the hospital. So do you see how the things interconnected? Because if they take the mechanic to 37, they take the mechanic to Kolebu, they might not get
an ecosystem.
You get what I'm saying? So we are not saying that.
You missed one critical part of the domino. Before you continue, I paused you. You see, we are so vociferous and bold when we are holding our leaders accountable or trying to hold them accountable, but that energy doesn't apply when we have to discipline ourselves. For the last year, at least, consistently, I have had to battle with trotros stopping on the motorway, picking up and going anytime they like. Old women, children, goats, cows, bicycles, motos, aboboyas crossing from the Tema side to the Accra
people are
side.
Building along the side of the motorway.
All sorts of mess. And that one cannot be the minister and the president.
Where we should have greens, we should have trees.
Olele, that one cannot be the minister and the president. The trotro that load at Tema or Ashaman or Afienya or Dawinya or from Ho and gets to the motorway and decides to just park because somebody doesn't want to go to Shiashi and take trotro back into East Legon. So they will drop at the side there to cross.
Well, because there are no repercussions. Remember when City did war against indiscipline?
Yes.
And there were policemen
yes,
along
and it was the big men that got them to stop.
Do you understand?
I said let me remove the shades. Let me see the shades. Where's the camera? The big men got City to stop the good job because City was catching and embarrassing
the big men.
Is it clear?
You get what I'm saying?
Let me look on the screen. Am I coming clear?
Yes.
Beautiful.
There are no repercussions for these things. And that is why if you realize the conversations on the internet, people are saying, oh yeah, fix yourself, Yes. Listen. If there are working systems, and I use an example, a very simple example. When the passport application service went digital, right, and you could just sit at the comfort of your home and apply for your passport and wait for the passport to give it to you, everybody applauded it.
Yeah.
But when the thing started getting choked, and people are going through middlemen and are paying more for express and whatnot. You realize what's going on there. Now you even go the digital process, and it's not going to give you your passport. So now you are forced to be corrupt. You are forced to find somebody in there
because you are in dire need of
the passport. Yeah. But there was an express service attached to the digital process where you could get it.
Express has now become the norm.
Express. Because now you are not just paying express for the passport.
There's express and there's express protocol. So if you don't have express protocol, your passport there, you get it.
If the system is set up and you are not holding people accountable and you are not you're not being responsible, what's going to happen? The Ghanaians said, bro, you have traveled. You have traveled at least to some places. When you go to certain place, you realize you realize that systems are working. Even where you park, you don't need somebody to come and tell you that park will wait your ticket. Do you get what I'm saying? Let me just round this up myself. I'm using myself as an example. So often, when I'm driving and I see the amber, I'll run through, right? And one time, a police stopped me and told me that I'd gone through red light. I said, no, I'm not going through. I went to the amber. He said, what does the amber mean? I said, red means stop. Yellow means get ready. Green means
go, and go.
He said, guy, I've broken the law. The guy was just, he took me to the office. I wrote myself, blah, blah, blah. Ever since then, I said, if I see amber, I will stop.
Yes.
Because I don't want what I went through the last time. So that is how we need to enforce it. If you don't enforce it, Charlie, then Charlie.
You were speaking about enforcing. Let me tell you a story. We fought enough. So sometime in 2014, I was single. And I reached out to one of my childhood friends. And I was like, Charlie, I make single. I make bored. I'm not finding a nice lady, B, Charlie. She was like, well, I have this friend. So she linked me the friend, and I went to meet the friend at the office. And the friend came and sat in my car, front seat, where we chat. So we chat 5 minutes into the chat, and then I get a text, and the text says, he's cute, oh. So I was like, And the text was from this new lady I just met. So I was like, And then I realized that she was sending the message
to your friend,
to my friend, but she made a mistake and sent it to me. And that embarrassing moment is when we laughed the first time. Fast forward from 2014. It's been 9 years, and today is my wife's birthday.
Oh,
happy birthday, Debbie! Happy birthday!
I thought it was going to be another demonstration story.
Happy birthday to you.
Let's go. Happy birthday to you.
Picture.
Happy birthday, dear Debbie. Happy birthday to you.
Today when I come home, I'm less physical.
Be calming down.
It's our birthday. There's no calming down.
It's post-production.
I'll go and post-produce in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a gripping Culture Daily, big conversation. It's been your host, Cyril, Lenny Lomote, and of course, the man Olele Salvador. We spoke about government and the things we know they worry us. The things where they worry us, and the things where we want to improve. We had some callers. We had Ibrahim and a few others as well who shared their views. And the message to take home is that the youth have awoken and are demanding more. We will be back tomorrow on your screens. And remember, this runs at 10 p.m. as well. We never leave you alone. We just take a short break.
Charlie,
it's Culture Day.
Ochami come and say he's adjusting his position after the back and forth. Let us force the leaders to do the right thing and nurture the next generation.
That's why I like
Did he just tweet that?
Yeah.
You see?
He just tweeted that.
You see?
He's probably...
That's why I like you.
That's good.
Chop your humble pie.
That's all.
And move.
And drink one sober.
And also, Charlie, everywhere make hot.
Is that not the best way?
You gotta be careful how you move.
Is that not the best way?
Charlie, viewers, listeners, we're out.
Tomorrow.
Peace.